Welcome to Two Comics, Two Cigars, the show the New York Times once called Not Big Enough to Write About. Big news today, Robert Kelly has his new special out, Killbox, directed and produced by Louis C.K. It's available right now for purchase at robertkellylive.com and louisck.com. Guys, you want to go out and get it. If you don't know Bobby, you're missing out. It's one of the best comics in the world, and this new special is 5 years in the making, so you know it's going to be good. He's also the founder of a popular web series called Two Comics, Two Cigars. Go out and get it, for real. Bobby's one of the best in the country. He made this special, and get it, enjoy it, play it for your family, play it for your friends. If you want to get a cigar for next week, your next episode, it's the Cuban Punch Double Corona. Go out, find one, and get ready to smoke that with us on the next episode of Two Comics, Two Cigars. But first, me and Bobby Kelly from the Foundation Farm in Connecticut, the Tabernacle. Get this special. It's so fucking good. All right, let's start the episode.
One comic is better than the other. They both think it's them. We're smoking and joking and having a blast. Two comics, two cigars. Two comics, two cigars. Yeah.
Should we start it?
We should start this before. I mean, the weather is changing like my
rapidly. It was
attitude.
Rainy a second ago, and now it's boiling sweat.
Boiling sweat, and I believe there's rain clouds coming.
There's rain cloud. Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Two Comics,
Two comics.
Two Cigars.
Gray skies are gonna clear up.
I don't think so.
Bring out your lasty dead.
We are here. I mean, this is an epic episode of Two Comics, Two Cigars. I mean, look it's two comics, two cigars.
Two comics, two cigars.
We have the same cigar. We review it. We talk about it at the beginning, in the middle, the end.
Yeah.
And then we tell you none, one, five, or a box.
Don't forget to look at the bottom of the video, and we'll tell you what cigar we're smoking next time. It's every couple weeks or so, and we'll tell you which cigar, so you can go out and get them. But today is one that you can't really get.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
We're sorry about that. We find someone close you can get, but we're here. Okay, yeah, let's do it. The Rogans. We're smoking the Rogans today.
Not only are we smoking the Rogans, we're here where the Rogans
are made. At the Tabernacle. No, what is it called?
Oh my God.
I mean, it's
Foundation Cigars.
Foundation Cigars. But I'm saying, what do you call this farm?
We're at the farm. Thank you. I'm going to be sweating a lot. We're at the farm. We're in the tobacco fields. This is an epic cigar episode. I don't think any cigar podcast has ever done this.
No. Nick from Foundation took us around these fucking interesting, really cool cigars. Let's start smoking. Let's start smoking.
We're going to start smoking. All right. So
we'll talk about this.
We're smoking these. You can't get these.
When you go on Joe Rogan Experience podcast, he'll generally hand you a blended by Foundation Cigars cigar.
But if you do want to try the cigar, they're based on this cigar right here.
The Tabernacle.
The Tabernacle.
Which is still hard to find.
Very hard to get. You probably won't get these either.
Yeah. The Rogans themselves, you can only get...
if you're Rogan.
Yeah, if you've been recently canceled, you'll be able to get on there and fucking... Here, you want to do this?
Yeah, sure. I'll cut your cigars and I'll cut mine. And the way you want to cut it, just to let everybody know, a little information.
Yeah. I would like to know this.
Okay, there's caps. If you see the lines.
I see two caps.
There's two caps. Sometimes there's a triple cap. This is a double cap, I believe. The top cap, you want to cut it, make like a little eye, and just get that top cap off. Gush. There's the top cap.
You can make that noise if you want.
You can make any noise you want. I like gush.
That's not bad. I'll do it like a female tennis player.
Okay. That was pretty spot on.
Thanks. Remember they got mad at Steffi Graf because she was like
moaning.
Yeah, and the other opponents were like, "Hey, can you just shut the fuck up already?" Like, it's very annoying.
It was.
It was very like, you're distracting me.
I mean, it actually was kind of hot.
It was very hot.
Yeah, it sounded like she was getting.
It brought a lot of men into the sport.
It did. It sounded like she was getting her taint tickled. Oh, you're not even lighting the cigar right. We just did. No, that's not it either.
I'm just browning it.
Toasting it. Not browning. That's offensive. Toasting.
Okay. That's a toast.
I'm going to show you. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold the cigar out like that. Don't let the blue flame hit. You just want to toast the end. See that?
This is actually good information.
It's not touching. The flame isn't touching it. I'm just toasting the end, and I'm letting that sucker light up, get red hot. I'm not doing it for a second. I'm just letting that. See how that's toasting?
I mean, you don't get any of the edges. Doesn't come down at all.
No edges. I'm just toasting that cigar, getting it red all over, and then
one little
I'm
puff.
gonna take a look. See, now I can see where I didn't toast it right there. So I go back. I toast it. Now that's perfectly lit. Look at that.
Okay, let me try it.
Okay. Let me
So
hold that mic plate.
What's new, Bob?
Buddy? I don't know what's new. I think my physique.
Oh yeah. Since the last time Bobby was on this podcast, he's down 50 fucking pounds.
50 pounds, baby. 50 pounds. It's going to be funny if you go back and see the first episode of Two Comics, Two Cigars. I was massive. Yeah, I was on the verge of stroke. But now I feel fantastic.
People were worried about you. They're like, fuck. And like, Bobby looks terrible. Like, he actually doesn't look like that anymore. That was recorded about 3 months ago. What?
The magic of fucking TV. Were they really? Was that with the comments? Bobby's going to die? That's good.
Okay.
Just a little bit. You don't
Just a
want to
little
inhale the butane.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good, man. Well, right off the bat, though, can I just talk about this?
Let's talk about this cigar. You've had this cigar. Okay, honestly, let's talk about the history of why we're even here and everything like that. Forget. So you're my cigar sensei.
Sensei, yes.
Cigar say.
Cigar say. I like cigars.
I like that too.
I'm your cigar.
You're my cigar say.
I like that. Cigar say.
And I went on Rogan's podcast and I smoked a few, and Rogan smoked, I think, not quite as much as me back then. And he's like, I have these cigars, and the Joe Rogan brand cigars. Now, the experience I have with a name brand of anything else is weed. And somebody's like, hey, they put Tommy Chong's name on a weed, and it's like, these are usually novelty things.
Right.
And I was like, sure, I'll try your fucking. I expected a Swisher Sweet. And I smoked it, and I was like, actually, this is really good. And I told you about it.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, do you know the history of that? I was like, no. I just thought, do I have bad taste? You're like, no, you have good taste.
You have good taste. Because Connecticut, I knew about Foundry Cigars. I knew about them because I was interested in them because they're in Connecticut. Connecticut has been doing tobacco for years.
Years.
Connecticut there's two things you can get in Connecticut. Three things. You can get tobacco, the best pizza in the world.
In New Haven,
Connecticut, and hats.
And hats.
Back in the day, Danbury, Connecticut, Hat City. Look it up. That's only, no, let's put that down.
But there's a fourth thing.
No, what's the fourth thing?
Old style racism.
Oh, yeah.
New England style racism that you can't really get across the country anymore.
Still lives, yeah.
Yeah, the
You're
Harvard
absolutely
racism. We're like, nah, no benches on our bus stops.
That still exists.
Yeah, the maids can stand. We don't want blacks coming in.
Yes, but I do fucking.
Dude, I love breaking out my Spanish. The whole fucking field is used by
it annoyed me. We walked up into one of the barns with all the.
I saw how much it annoyed
he
you.
was fine.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? He's like, bien, buenas tardes, buenas tardes. And he goes, how are you guys? Use the plural.
Oh.
Like,
but I was just like this, huh? Fucking asshole, worldly douche.
Yo vivo en Ecuador para 6 meses por la pandemia.
Shut the fuck up. How's that? That's from Boston. Go fuck yourself.
That's good Spanish.
Oh, yeah, you really walked up and just started winging it up. You were so excited.
So excited. You see a brown guy in a field. I'm like, I guarantee you this guy speaks Spanish. There ain't no mistake going to be made here.
Duele bacalao. Maricón, mamabicho.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you told me that you smoked this guy. I knew all about Nick. I knew about that he's growing tobacco here again. He's making cigars again. And
Foundation Cigars.
I smoked the Foundation. I really enjoyed it. I was actually following him on Instagram before.
Already?
Yes.
Wow.
So when you told me that, and then you actually had a box of them.
Yeah, so I got a box of them. I asked Rogan. I was like, hey, those are good. Do you know the name of it? Not the Joe Rogans, but the name of it, because I'd like to buy some.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. I have a box of cigar money.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I took Reggie Conquest. He'll be on the podcast at some point to smoke his first cigar. We're in Buffalo.
Oh, boy.
And he goes, smoke a cigar. He goes, never smoked one. And he smoked one. I asked the guys, like, let me get one that doesn't make you nauseous. This guy's new time. He goes, flavored? I'm like, no, not flavored. I can see he's black. We can all see he's black. But
a lot of black guys like the acids.
But we're not doing the flavors.
Yeah, cherry.
And he got us a cigar, and we're smoking it in a cigar lounge, and it was nice. He goes, how much was the cigar? It was like $12. He goes, I thought this was for kings. I didn't know this is an accessible. 12 bucks, 2 beers. I'm like, yeah, man, it's 2 beers.
It's 2 beers.
It'll last you a lot longer.
Cigars, premium cigars, are so attainable right now for the average asshole if you know what you're smoking. I mean, this cigar is not that expensive.
It's not.
You can't get this one.
But how much? Okay, so now this is the closest version of it that you can get in a store. And again, he told us, Nick from Foundation told us, he goes, these are, and Jeffrey told us, these are hard to find.
Yeah, you can't get that.
The Tabernacle.
You won't be able to get any of this stuff we're smoking.
Yeah.
We were going to smoke. They do have other cigars.
They have other cigars.
Foundation Cigars are beautiful cigars.
I found in a cigar shop I went looking in Austin for the Rogan, the other one, and I did find actually the Tabernacle, but I was like, I'm not sure that's that or not. I feel like the David and Goliath, there's 2, one with a Cuban leaf and one with a Havana spicy whatever. Smoked each of them, reached out to the company, to Nick, and I was like, what's the difference? He told me, and I was like, it's just interesting. It's interesting making them all.
Cigar people are friendly, man. They love when you appreciate their cigar because there's so much that goes into this. You know, like if you look at these feels. I mean, this is nuts. You won't see this tobacco in a cigar.
For how long?
4 years.
It's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, anything else they make, you eat it tomorrow.
Yep.
You smoke it tomorrow.
No, so it's kind of like a scotch, right?
It's exactly like wine. And people don't understand that. It's not a cigarette. It's not a vape. It's not a Swisher Sweet. It takes a master blender. It takes different types of tobacco.
Yep.
And it takes years of fermentation. You know, from growing it to picking it to putting it, hanging it in a barn, sending it out.
That was cool. The hanging it all in a barn to dry out was a very cool thing.
That was amazing.
Yeah. It's a cool tour.
But so you told me, I told you that I knew, I gave you the history about, tobacco in Connecticut.
Yeah.
The soil here, he explained to us, which was real interesting.
It used to be a Finger Lake.
Well, this
long lake.
This used to be a Finger Lake, probably from the Great Lakes, all the way from Canada, all the way down here to Connecticut, and then it opened up into the Long Island Sound and became the Connecticut River. The lake pushed through.
So this was all lake bed.
This is all lake bed.
So he goes, and this is what all farmers do. I love it. I want to do this. This is what farmers do. He goes, you'll have a soil hill. It's real silty, and it's almost like the bottom of a lake.
I thought you were about to do an accent.
No, I'm going to do an accent. This is what farmers do. And they go.
Yeah. Got to taste it.
Oh yeah, you got to taste it. I'm not tasting mud. Fuck off.
I thought you'd do it. So this was all. So there's sand.
Yeah.
And this is the bottom of a river.
Yeah.
So the plants can grow here. The only part that sucks is that, like, unlike Nicaragua or Cuba, there's the seasons.
There's seasons.
You have to shut it down at some point.
Yeah. I learned a lot. I learned about Ecuador because I was like, how come there's no Ecuadorian cigars? And he's like, you're way wrong. There's tons of fucking things grow out their cigars. He's like, you're saying there's no name brand cigars from Ecuador. And I was like, no, that one.
That one, oh God, fucking boo.
Fair. It's all I had to smoke. I got used to it. You ever get used to something shitty in your life, but you're like,
yeah, I've been married for 15 years. I'm kidding. I love you, honey. You know,
cut that out.
She'll never.
Marissa, cut out the apology.
Don't cut that out.
Cut out the apology,
Cut
please.
the apology.
Just leave it out there.
Just make that the promo.
I want to do for podcasts. I want to be like, I'll call a section called out of context. Just take out the context and leave one horrible thing.
Yeah, black people. What?
Yeah. I don't want a black one. It's just like, just take out that we're talking about jelly beans.
Yeah, this right off the bat though, this is spicy. You can taste it on the back of my tongue.
This is let's call it a man cigar.
Do you taste it?
Yeah.
Do you taste the spice on the sides, up in the back on the sides?
Not as much as you taste it.
Take a little bit. Take
Okay.
a little bit in. Leave it in your mouth. Right?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little spicy.
A little spicy.
Spicy. And cigars are great because, it does mellow out a little bit as you start to smoke it. It mellows out. So right off the top, you're getting that, your tongue's going a little nuts.
That's what I noticed about that Ecuadorian cigar.
Yeah.
That you hate. The second half is a different taste than the first half.
Yeah, the first half is garbage. The second half is shit.
But in general, in a cigar,
I didn't even make the middle of that cigar.
you like 3, and you're like, I'm gonna just waste another.
We're
one.
gonna have to do an episode, an extra of that cigar again.
This cigar again?
No, the shit one.
Yeah, we'll do one.
We'll have to try that again. When you go on one of your fucking Ecuador treats.
Yeah,
Your
treats.
Treats.
So anyway, so I asked Rogan. I was like, "Tell me what cigar." He goes, "Dude, we're buddies. I'll send you a box." I'm like, "Sweet." 2 months goes by. Give me your address. Fine. Here. 2 months goes by. No cigar. I'm like, "Dude, I don't want to bother you. Just tell me the fucking name of the fucking thing. I don't want you to have to send it to me. Just tell me the name of it." He goes, "Nah, give me the address again. I'll send it to you." Send me a box.
Well, listen.
No,
he's got
gave me a box in Austin. I drove to Houston for Skankfest. And I had my own box of Rogan's.
That's right.
And I was like, "Check it out. I got a box. You want one?" Let's do a reenactment of how you took one.
Okay.
Bobby, check it out. I got these box of fucking Rogan's.
Oh my God, those look so nice.
Yeah.
You can't get these.
Yeah. What? No. What?
You can couple of these. Dude.
He fucking grubbied it. If he was Jewish, I would have understood the Holocaust. That's how fucking grubby you got. But it's fine.
But dude, you can't get them.
You can't get them. You
can't
can't.
get 'em.
You literally can't get them.
You can't get them, and you had them.
And I had plenty.
Who's gonna enjoy them?
You're gonna enjoy them.
Goddamn right I did.
It reminds me of Joe List's wedding when you bought a box of
Two.
My Father's the Judges.
How about two?
2. And then Joe was so mad because you see him smoked about that much and just left out. He's like, "What the fuck?" He was so angry. I'm like, "But Joe, they're for everyone to try one during your wedding. They're not for bringing home."
Well, the thing with cigars, listen, you have to. It's like pizza. When you have a group of people, like when I did JFL, I had
Just for Laughs.
they have the big Just for Laughs. They have the big party in the round bar, right?
Uh-huh.
I started another party out in the lobby, a pizza party, right? So, Ann
No
Harris
drinking.
and me, we ordered like 10 pizzas for the lobby. We knew that we were just going to get everybody who's cool was going to come out and have a slice of pizza. But
Yeah.
so we ordered pepperoni, sausage, all the good stuff, right? Cheese. But I said we have to order a decoy pizza.
A decoy pizza.
A decoy pizza. It's a vegetable pizza for the people you don't like, the people you don't know, the people that don't. Hey, can I have pizza? Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, over there. Shitty one.
Yeah, the asparagus right over there.
It's getting rid of them.
Cigars, the same thing. Every real cigar guy has a row of cigars. Hey, dude, what's your name?
I've always wanted to try a cigar. Could I have one?
Sure.
Let me go to the second
There you go.
humidor.
That's for you fucking piece of shit.
So when we bought for Norman's bachelor party, we went in Tampa. It's cheap cigars everywhere, and we bought a box of the Judge. He wanted
a good
those.
cigar.
Yeah, it's a very good cigar. We'll smoke that at some point on this podcast. So go ahead and guys find the Judge. My Father the Judge.
Good story.
But Joe was like, everybody at the bachelor party's never smoked. We got to find some shitty ones. And I'm like, okay, but we can't say they're shitty ones to people. Yeah. We got to say, oh, this is a really, you're new? This is a smooth one. We'd say, hey, give them one of the smooth ones. Yep. That was our, oh, really? I'm like, you know what? But I don't smoke much. It's okay, dude. It's a bachelor party. Yeah. It's worth it. How much was it? $45.
You
Just
gotta,
lie.
You gotta
Let's
lie.
see the receipt.
And you don't tell it. You just here. This is your cigar. No band, nothing. Cost $1.50.
Yeah.
There you go. That's for you. Tastes like candy.
Fuck you, Chris Allen. That's what you got.
Yeah, but this cigar.
It's good.
This cigar is no joke. Like you got to be. I mean, this is the funny part too. He gave us this box.
Sucker.
We have to split it.
I'll take it home and I'll split it up and then I'll bring you back the extras.
I don't know if that's gonna fly.
Can't fly if you don't try.
All right, there you go.
So tell us all the shit that he told us about in this fucking. We took a tour of the fucking fields, the curing barns.
We took a tour of every. I mean, he really laid a lot of info on us in a short amount of time. I mean, this is one of the tobacco leaves.
This is a tobacco. Now, this will be the wrapper. Am I right?
Bang.
Damn it.
Bang. You just ashed all over yourself. I mean, this is just unprofessional. I mean, this is cigar guy. Cigar people are watching this going, what the fuck?
It's an accessible podcast.
There's a cigar bar in Jersey that if you ash like that, they ring a bell.
And they get you out.
Or they all just go, they just ring it and they point to you.
Dude, I ashed into a hot tub. I like the long you can get, the longest cherry you can get. It's one of my favorite things. They can get the cherry over half, gold. Smoked a Davidoff. It was like 3/4. Me and Segura and Kreischer smoked one in Atlanta. It just wouldn't pop off. Yeah. So I was doing that in a hot tub in Western Maryland, and my friends weren't looking at me, whatever, and I was just in the hot. They were about to get in, and then it just fell. I heard a and I'm like, oh fuck! I tried to get it all out, and then I wouldn't get out. It was sinking in, so I just turned the jets on, let it mix up.
It looks like everybody's wearing eyeliner.
I even knew too. I was like, I should ash this outside. This isn't one of those cherry moments.
Yeah, I like letting it go for a while, but I'll ash.
Yeah.
I had one guy, I remember I was at a cigar bar and they were literally down to the bottom and they were smoking like this.
Yeah, it's unenjoyable, but you
It's
have
like-
to do it for the record.
I don't agree. You look like an idiot,
Yeah, you do.
and you're not enjoying your cigar. I get what you're trying to do,
Yeah.
but you look like a moron.
It's also like, do it once to see how good the cigar is. You don't have to do it every time you smoke it.
Yeah.
So I thought they wrapped it in this. They roll it in this. They cut it in half. They said they take out the middle.
This is the stem, the main vein.
Yeah.
What they do is they take this out.
They went from the top down.
Yeah, they go from here down. They take it out up here, and they pull this whole main vein out.
Yeah.
They could go like this, right?
Yeah.
And you pull it like this, like that. Want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. And then you pull this sucker out like this,
Yeah.
like that. And this, look at this. Oh, all right. Pull the main vein out like that. I fucked it up a little
Marissa,
bit.
when he said I was wrong, cut that out too, please.
Fuck is Marissa? Main vein out, you cocksucker, fucking me. All right, here you go. Pull this main vein out like this,
Yeah.
right down the middle, right, like that. Throw that fucking out, and this right in here,
Yeah.
right in here.
And you can see all the oils and shit. We'll get glamour
in
shots of this.
here
Yeah.
is where they'll make the cigar. They'll cut in here,
And that
that's what they use to make the cigar.
as the wrapper.
As the wrapper, I don't know what this one is,
Yeah.
but look how brown that is.
So
and
brown.
and it's so silky, and there's so much oil in it. Like you can see, we'll show you. This
It does not smell like a cigar yet.
Oh no! Well, the thing is this has to ferment. So these will go
Ferment. I
into.
didn't know it fermented.
They ferment. There's a barn over here, but it smells like sheep shit. Like if you go in there, it's all ammonia. It smells like ammonia. You'll pass out, and they have to let it sit for
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, it does. It's sheep shit.
That's good fucking redneck drugs. It's like huffing exhaust pipes.
You know, like I think in certain states, I think Pennsylvania, you can't buy whipped cream unless you're 21.
It's funny too because the people who want whipped cream the most are children.
Well, one of the last highs I've ever had
Was off that
was,
whippets, not
well,
whippets.
Do you want to hear the story? You want the short version or the long version?
Long version. You're a long cigar.
When I was in upstate New York, outside of Rochester.
For the people who don't know, New York is a state in the United States of America.
California?
Yeah, and that's when they say the states. This is one of the states. Go ahead. Just make sure everyone's on the same page. Go ahead. Over explaining.
What was it? What town was it? Spencerport, New York. I lived there. I was in and out of jail, all that. I was around 15. My parents moved up there while I was in jail and then into a foster home. They moved up there. So I got shipped up there, okay, from a foster home. And
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
You think that was your camera? Or the truck?
I might have been the truck.
I'm going to check the camera, but you keep talking.
All right, well, I think it was a truck.
Still recording.
Shut that door. So, you all right?
Yep.
So, I'm up there, and at this point, I was drinking so much that it took me a lot to get drunk.
Nice.
I mean, I had a half a bottle of white label scotch, I had a bunch of beers, and I was still not fucked up.
Regular Shane Gillis over here.
So, yeah, I was 15. So we went into the grocery store to get whippets. And to
The
get
screw top kind?
just the whipped cream.
Uh-huh.
So, and we went in, we fucking did like 3, we got high. As we're leaving, the 2 kids were fucking around with the gumball machines. And they wanted the gumball machine. So I was like, get the fuck out of the way. I grabbed the gumball machine, I snapped it off. We took it outside behind the place, smashed it open. We got all the fucking quarters.
Fucking degenerate children.
Nickels, we got a nickel one and a quarter one.
Wow.
And we took all the change. We filled our pockets with change and gumballs.
Now, you guys got to understand, back in that day, it was a long time ago. Quarters were worth like 36, 37 cents. It's not like the quarter today.
I thought you were going to say $37. So, yeah, I mean, and then the cops were called.
As
And
they should have been.
Running down the tracks, fucking wasted, on whippets and fucking and white labeled scotch.
Yeah.
I hopped a fence, and there was a shotgun in my face.
Cop.
I heard, he cranked it.
Wow.
In my face. He said, get on your knees. I'm in somebody's front yard, by the way. He dragged me out to the front yard, put me on my knees. He said, get on your knees, get on your stomach, hands behind your head. To the other cop, he goes, if he moves, shoot him. And I looked up and I went, it was gum.
I would have been like, that's a move. That counts as a move.
So they took me to jail.
Wow.
Downtown Rochester or wherever the fuck it was, or Spencerport. And
Rochester jails are second only to Thailand jails.
it was, dude, let me tell you something. They took me in, they're grilling me. They're grilling me, right? So
Your second favorite type of grill.
I'm lying now. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Go fuck you. I'm from Boston.
Never admit. Never admit. By the way, just in general with cops, we were speeding. I saw you texting. There's no benefit when it's like, it'll be easier for you if you admit. There's zero benefit to admitting.
Oh, it's a trick.
It's a trick.
It was a trick.
They're going to arrest you either way. If you never admit.
Never admit. So I'm not admitting. I'm with the two toughest guys up there in Spencerport. Pretty tough guys. He goes, you better tell us now. I'm giving you one more shot. I go, no, you're out of your mind. I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, your friends are going to rat on you. They're going to tell. I go, no. He opens the door. Those two kids are crying in tears, signing away
Oh, no.
that I broke the fucking thing. I have a record. They don't. This is a first-time offense.
Well,
they're going home.
Damn, my whole theory went out the window. Never rat. It was like it really helped them out.
It really fucking helped them.
You're not getting off? Like, no, you did. That's what the other two kids did.
So I go that night. They bring me back to the scene of the crime. I buried the fucking change behind the house before the shotgun.
It's like one of those guys who heists a bank and like going to jail for 10 years. Like, well, I'll have the money when I get out.
Yeah.
It's buried somewhere.
Well, they made me pick them back and get the money.
Damn.
It had to be like $5, but I already had a record. So when you're a ward of a state,
Yeah.
there's no, you just go to jail.
Right.
There's no court. You don't go home. I was on probation. So I go to Rochester jail, which was the scariest jail I've ever been in. For kids. It was nuts, dude. I mean, they threw you in a room, like a cell. It was the first time I got on my knees.
Did you get raped or did you rape?
There's no raping in kids jail.
Got raped.
You're only in there for 6 months.
That's
you're
enough
gay
time.
if you're sucking dick.
You were waiting for the opportunity, be honest.
I mean, yes. But, I mean, it never happened. I was very disappointed my whole childhood.
And you guys interested in dick sucking? Nah, we'll probably be out of here soon. I'm still got to work on my fucking college applications.
I'll blow you for that fucking Jello. Dude, I'm getting out tomorrow. I'm good.
I don't like jello. You can have it. I'm like, I owe you one blowjob.
So I was in the jail. I got on that's the first time I prayed to God.
Yeah.
You don't like that, do you?
No.
Yeah, well, it worked.
If I was God in that moment, I'd be like, well. Look who needs me now. Where were you when everything was good? A little bit of thanks would have gone a long way.
Well, listen, God.
Yeah, you'll learn.
God, you know that I didn't see the light. Now I see the light.
God smoking one of those Rogan cigars.
Smoking a Rogan cigar. Before it was a Rogan.
There is no time in God's life. So he's like, this is always going to be the best cigar.
This is beautiful, by the way.
This is a great cigar.
It's
It's a great cigar.
epic. I'll give this an epic right now.
It's epic.
I mean, my tongue isn't dirty. Sometimes you smoke a cigar, your mouth feels yucky. You got to take a sip of something or clean your palate. Geez. I mean, we're ripping through this still. But anyways, I went to jail. I was there for a week. It was terrifying. I was a number. You had to get out of your cell in the morning like real jail.
My people did numbers too, but it was different.
Yeah.
They were longer numbers.
I was
When they got to, they're like, this guy's only got 4 digits. You were one of the early.
Have you ever been to Auschwitz?
You were in? No.
I always thought at the gift shop in Auschwitz they should sell a long sleeve T-shirt with a number on the sleeve.
You are correct. I was just thinking the other day, I want merch, and it's for my new special, Jew, coming out in October, maybe October 26th. I want maybe shirts that says Jew, and then it just has an armband, like a yellow on the sleeve, yellow with the Jewish star. You know, and it says Juden.
That's fucking great.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
I'll wear it.
Okay.
My special coming out at the end of October.
Both of ours.
I don't have I have end of September.
Oh, my gosh.
Mine doesn't have a name, though. I don't have a name for it.
Still breathing?
Wow.
How about thinner than when I taped this?
Dude, it's going to be weird.
People are going, who's this guy doing promos?
It's going to be weird, dude.
All my pictures from I did my last special, and then I went to, to my walkabout in Southeast Asia, and I came back 15 pounds lighter than I'm supposed to be.
Right.
And I'm now 15 pounds above what I'm supposed to be. So 30 pounds lighter than this. So I had to do my promo shots, Netflix and stuff. And it was just like, who's this skinny, gaunt guy? That's not the guy who taped the thing. And I was like, camera adds 10 pounds. I'm like, you're taking a pictures on camera too.
Was this picture taken in 1941?
At the height of Jewish weight loss.
Yeah, I don't know a name. I don't have a name. I got to get a name. Will you help me with the name?
There's always the Fallback Live in Tampa.
I can't do live. I did live at the Village Underground.
Yeah.
I can't do live in
Yeah, we'll
Tampa.
talk over on the way back. We'll talk over the name.
Okay. Well, I'll let you watch the special and then you'll come up with the name.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking Remember AIDS.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
It's a great title.
Good one. Yeah.
Catchy as shit.
It is, right?
It'll catch some pushback, which will help like promote it.
I know, unfortunately.
Now it's such a weird line because you want pushback for promotion, but you don't want too much pushback because then no one can air it.
You want to get to the edge of canceling?
Yeah, lucky your special's on louisck.com,
which is
so there
pushback.
is no canceling that.
There's no
That website has survived.
That survived, yes. There's nothing I can say that's really, people are going to be like, no.
Yeah.
If his fans push back, then we're in trouble.
Then you're like, ooh, maybe I did something wrong.
I did something definitely wrong. But yeah, dude, I don't know what. That's great. I'm so excited about your special.
I'm excited about yours.
Your stand-up. I read something about you the other night that you were fucking so funny. They saw you do stand-up.
That's
I don't
nice.
know where it was. It was on the internet, and I read this stuff sometimes, and they were like, I can't believe how fucking amazing he was.
He's mediocre on podcasts, but on stand-up, it's like the thing he actually
you know
cares
what?
about.
That wasn't you. That was Louis.
Damn it.
That was Louis at the Cellar last night. I apologize. I thought it was you. I'm sorry. It was Louis. You are funny, though. You're fucking... I swear to God.
Leave
it
a
was
comment
about
for the
Louis.
algorithm. Maybe say if you saw me live or if I'm less unfunny than you thought. I got a Whip It story.
What is it?
So I working at the Comedy Store. This guy David, manager, he used to be homeless, righted himself, pulled himself up. That's what you can do when you're white.
Yeah.
And got a job, night manager at the Comedy Store. And anyway, it's a good guy. And one day the bartender, Huck, wants to use the whipped cream for one of those, whipped creamy drinks.
Yeah.
Just came out all like watery. It's like, it's defective. Got another one, watery again. Another one, watery again. David, late night, was doing fucking whippets out of the fucking Easy Whip, Ready Whip. Getting high, and it takes all the fucking
the shot of it.
yeah. It was great. I got another story too. I did a lot of commercials, and so I was doing a commercial audition for Ready Whip, right?
You?
Yeah. Like audition, and you're supposed to be the Ready Whip guy, and you're like,
That's when
Ready Whip, Ready Whip, Ready
That's
Whip.
when you wanted to make it?
Oh, dude, I was doing so many commercials. I probably did 75 commercials.
You did 75 commercials on television.
Yeah.
Were they as cheesy as your Sam Adams commercial?
No, they were way better. That was,
I'm sorry.
I'll never live this down, and I don't deserve to live it down.
Hey, man, friends, that's what friendship's about. Not letting you live down fucking cheesy moments
Fair.
when you were insincere for a buck.
Yeah. I was like, he gave me a lot of money to do it. You're like, but why wouldn't you have been funny, though? I'm like, fuck.
I didn't
Yeah.
have time.
I throw myself at the mercy of the court.
I didn't have time.
We need more comedy court. So the other one was Ready Whip, right? And so you had to like hold this thing, and you had to go Ready Whip, and you kind of like pretend to take a little bit and jump around. You're supposed to be real like Jay Davis, like like jumping around and like real hyper and shit.
Right.
Anyway, the guy was like, Ari, can I show you something? The guy running the commercial audition. And I was like, yeah, because he knows me. That, and he goes, look at this one guy's tape. And he goes, Ready Whip, Ready Whip. And he took a thing, but he didn't take it down.
Yeah.
So he took it up. That's when you get all the fucking head stuff and none of the mouth stuff. Took it up. He goes, Ready Whip. And then he gets high, but he's still trying to do the commercial. And he goes, Ready Whip, Ready Whip. And fucking falls through the stool. Right? And then still tries to jump up and save it because it's his future, Ready Whip, Ready. And then smashes into the wall and then falls over. Some of those commercial auditions, it was the lowest level of the industry. So for every flow from fucking Allstate, you get a fucking could be homeless guy. We did one, and it was a guy who was like, we had to pretend to steal second base. It was like EA Sports or something, or maybe whatever it was. And we had to pretend we were on the street, and there's the crossing guard's going like this, and as soon as he goes like this, we're going to steal second and slide in, and they're just going to CGI it into a street. But we're like slide, and so the guy's like, I played high school baseball. Do you think should I tell them that? And the waiting room was like, I don't think this matters. It's like just a normal guy thing. You don't have to be good at it. He goes, I'll tell him. He goes, okay. So then another one they showed me is like, let me show. I walked into my audition, giant hole in the wall. And I was like, what happened to your wall? He goes, let me show you. This guy fucking took off. He's stealing second. And he overslides the bag and just fucking kicks a hole right in the fucking wall. Did not book the commercial.
I had an audition one time for the Wahlbergs. Were making
Wahlburger?
No, it was for a movie.
Okay.
Like a Southie movie.
Oh, okay.
And I go in, and it's all these Southie kids, all these Dorchester Southie kids.
Dorchester.
Dude, fuck you. I mean, they're.
I apologize. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, they're no joke.
I don't mean that. I take that back. It was a joke. I do jokes on podcasts. I say the opposite of what I mean.
Back in the day, I go in. These kids are fucking ruthless. Boston, just punks.
Yeah.
And they're making a movie, and the scene is. I got to come in and stuff.
Mark Wahlberg just came from blinding a guy.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking like that.
I like how he's like, I tried to apologize. Like, I didn't want to take the. I'm like, yeah, he's blind. You didn't just cut him off in traffic. He's blind forever.
So, dude, the scene is I got to start mouthing off to these guys, and then they start fucking me up.
Yeah.
They fucked me up.
Really?
Dude, they fucked me up.
Verbally?
No, physically. They beat the shit out of me in the audition. They took me to the ground. They started kicking me.
What?
Dude, they were kicking me. They're like, you cocksucker, you motherfucker. Who you think you're talking to?
Doing the real stomp,
Dude.
not like the fucking Scorsese
Dude,
stomp.
I had to yell, like, pause. I was like, pause. I said pause. I don't know why I said pause. I'm not even the bit. I'm like, pause. And they finally, you all right? You all right? I'm like, no, I'm good. Hey, you took it. That was good. And I thought, at least I'll get it, because they beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I had one for Pizza Hut, a Pizzone. And
Love the Pizzone.
love the Pizzone. I went in there for the audition, and they go, okay, you're in a store in a mall, and some guy, it's going to be Tommy Davidson, he's going to come in and introduce you to the Pizzone.
Right.
First one, all right, pretend to try. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. He goes, second one, do it more realistic. Like, what would you do if somebody did come into your actual store? You're moving boxes and stuff. And so me and this other guy, they pair you up all the time, some random in the audience. And best paired up, me and Renazizi, they paired us up randomly.
Oh, that's great.
To do a Tiger Woods EA Sports. We're talking shit to each other on the level that only friends could do.
Right.
He Xeroxed his passport. He was going out of the country. And I'm like, oh, how about this now? I just ripped up his fucking Xerox. He's like, I need that for after. We're just shitting. We both booked it. Anyway, so Pizzone. So this guy's like, hey, can you try the Pizzone? I was like, hey, man, you can't come in. Try it realistic. You can't come into our store, dude. We're working. You can't just come in and try to sell stuff. That's not how it works. You got to have a permit for this stuff. And the other guy's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? We left. Literally, the guy goes, hey, thanks for ruining it for both of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That guy had to see me on that commercial.
You booked it.
Yeah, I sure
And
did.
he did it.
He had to be like, what?
I had a situation when I did Law and Order one time, and I
What were you? I hope you were the guy who's just like the first 2 minutes. We're like, I can't jog. I can't get in shape. Tony, call the cops. I'm in a tobacco field. Tony, call 911. And then just got the
I was
boom.
I was a cop. Vince D'Onofrio. I've done 4 of them.
Vince.
Vince D'Onofrio. I'm in my scene with Vince.
You might know him as Vincent D'Onofrio.
That guy, Vincent D'Onofrio. Go Vince D'Onofrio. I call him Vince. So, the guy, we had a dead body. But you can't just make a dead body. It's too much money. So you have to hire an actor
To lay still.
there's people.
They don't breathe. Their skill is to not breathe.
Dude, there's people that know how to be zombies.
Wow.
Like professional zombies for Walking Dead.
Wow.
There's professional. They know how to walk. They know how to move their mouth. There's professional dead people that know how to just hold their breath and not breathe during the scene and look dead. So we're shooting the scene. We go through the first take. I look down. I go, how'd you get this job? He got so mad at me, dude. Everybody was mad at me because I disrespected. I was just like, because I had to audition. I had to fucking go in and read lines.
How'd you get the job? So he didn't laugh?
No, he was like, he was like, and he just went back to being dead. We had to go back in. He's like, all right, speed. He was going to go back to being dead. The guy hated me so bad. Fucking pissed at me at lunch. It was fucking great. Fucking dead asshole.
Fuck off. You're dead.
It is a weird thing. Auditions are the worst.
Auditions are the worst. Somebody said it though. Harris Pete, the old door guy at the store, he said it. He goes, Hollywood's the only place where they pay you multiple times for the same job. He goes, the audition process sucks, but when you get it, he goes, it's compared to this. You're working in an office building. They say, hey, we need you to move these boxes upstairs to the attic. Okay, sure, I'll do it. Fine. Here's $30. Thank you for doing it. Right. Later. 2 weeks later, somebody goes, hey, did anybody move those boxes up to the attic? I go, yeah, Ari did. It goes, oh, all right, give him $30. And then later the building gets sold. They had to move the boxes out of there. You get another $30. Residuals are the best.
Residuals are the best thing ever because they come when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
During the pandemic, I got a $8,000 check. I made more on the residuals than I did on the movie. I made that movie. What was it? On something.
What are the residuals going to be like for 4th of July?
Nothing. I'm not getting a dime.
That fucking. They say Louis is Mexican, but he's Jewish.
No, it's a low budget movie.
You're a low budget friend.
You're a low budget fucking Jew. How's that?
Not bad. It's a good back and forth we had. Clip it.
Yeah, the residuals are the best, but auditioning is the worst. I fucking hate it. I can't. I don't like it because
you need approval. It's such a. It's not just like, oh, here's what I do. Here's my resume.
They know what they want.
You're desperate.
They know what they want a lot of the times, and you got to come in and really do something crazy different, or the person they want has to fuck up really bad. And I get the process, but they bring you in for stuff, and it's such an awkward thing. If you give me the job, I'll do it. All the stuff I got, Louis.
Louis just gives you the job.
Louis just gives you the job because he knows what you can do. He knows.
It's so funny because he's high level, right? Joe List is low level, and he goes, I want Chris Walsh to do this role. I think he'd be really good for it. And Louis is like, okay, get him. He's like, should I get him for audition? He goes, no, get him. He goes, when's the audition? He goes, dude, you like him, just get him. List can't wrap his head around the idea that you could just book somebody.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
That is?
Yeah.
Louis is a great director. He knows how to give you the information, the direction you need
to get
what he wants. He knows what he wants. So if you're a director and you don't know what you want, you're hoping the actor will give you something that you didn't know you wanted. But good directors know exactly what they want, and he'll let you do your thing and then say, that's good, but let's try it this way, do that.
Interesting.
To the point where Louis will help you, and some actors don't like line reads, so don't tell me how to.
All I want is a line read. I'm like, at one time in a commercial, the same thing. The guy's like, do it less, do it more ghetto, more straight, whatever he wanted. Yeah. And eventually I was like, hey, dude, I'm actually a comic. I'm not an actor. I will not be offended. Can you just sit in this chair, do the line the way you want me to do it, and I'll just mimic you?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, really? I'm like, I don't care about acting.
Yeah.
I'm just good at it, but I don't have any inside whatever to it.
I agree. You give me a nice hot line read so I can get it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make it mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to add my shit, which is great. But yeah, auditioning is the fucking worst, dude.
It is the worst.
It's the worst. It's because it's an unnatural thing. Auditioning for
and no one's there. You're not in the scene, so you have to pretend you're in the scene.
Commercial audition is the worst because you have to pretend you're bouncing a basketball.
Right.
You have to pretend. They're like, oh, you have a ball. I'm like, oh,
can't you just get a ball for this stuff thing?
You want a French guy for this.
Right,
you don't want me. You want a guy who can dribble a ball, pretend he's in a box, pull some rope. I can't dribble a ball and then remember this shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
This is so nice, dude. This is so relaxing.
Dude, it's actually, I love summertime so much.
I do too. I'm so sad.
You can feel it's going away. I already saw leaves starting to fall. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I got to find a way to do my touring this year. I'm going to schedule it right now. Ski places or beach places. So I got Tampa and another Florida place 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
I got Salt Lake City in the winter, for skiing. I got Vancouver for skiing, and then it's like that's all I want. And my agent's like, nah, come on,
you gotta stop skiing.
Do Columbus. I'll stop when it makes me stop.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
I'll limp.
You're gonna wind up fucking hurting your spine.
I'll have a good life until then.
All right, whatever. Don't say I didn't warn you. Where are you going? Please don't tell me you're pissing on the fucking tobacco field.
Yeah.
Are you taking a piss?
Yep.
This is typical Ari. They invite us here.
Yeah.
They're gonna see this.
What?
Someone's gonna get a really shitty cigar in 3 years.
That's a good point.
You understand that?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to piss in the field. Piss out here.
Fair.
Are you gonna piss out here?
Yeah.
No, don't piss out here. No, piss over there. Piss over there. Ari, piss over there.
Okay.
In the field.
This is in the field.
You got all the workers looking at your cock now.
Oh, it's so blanco.
Al Blanco. What the fuck is that?
White. It's the muy blanco.
He's pissing right now. This is fantastic. Taking a hot piss. Now, I take my band off early. Yeah. Do you leave your band on like the whole time?
You told me once, we did a podcast for Skeptic Tank about cigars from the stoop at the cellar.
Yeah.
And you told me, I remember this, some people just smoke right through the band. They don't even take it off ever.
Some people do. The thing about cigars is that everybody has their own technique, and real cigar people...
There's no right or wrong.
I know guys who just take the band off right at the beginning. They don't even want the fucking band. And I tend to agree. What are you doing? Now they're going to think, if they're watching us, anybody's watching, they're going to think I blew you. Like they can't only see you doing your pants in my head. They can see the top of my head over the tobacco plants.
I did read
Want
here
to see something great?
Okay. Is that new for you?
This is fucking brand new, kid.
It's great. That is
How
great.
long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it a long time.
What's up? How you doing?
That's great, Bobby. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Can I join you in that?
Please join me in the crossover. I mean, that is just ridiculous. I don't have the gate to do that. That's just stupid. That's freakish. This is manly.
That is manly. And you can't even do this one that crunches your balls. You got to do that one.
Oh, I'm not. But
this is the old late night talk show.
Yeah.
They always do this.
Yeah.
But they go lower because they work
they go
out.
lower. I'm doing this. That's great. This is epic.
That's a solid one. That's a man's one.
This is epic for me right now to be able to do this. 4 months ago, I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
If I did this, I'd have to hold my breath and I would pull something.
You know what else is interesting? What they told us?
What?
Is how they experiment with different types of blends. I compare it to like a cocktail where you're like trying little things, some bitters in here. Actually, it's not working. Yeah. And they'll have the top part of a tobacco. So this goes way higher.
Yeah.
Right. And the top part gets all the sun. The bottom part gets all the shade.
Yeah.
And so they'll cut the bottom part 6 days or 6 weeks.
Well, they cut the bottom leaves first. Mm-hmm. 6 days later, they'll come back, cut the middle of the plant, and then they'll come back and get the top part.
And they crossbreed different ones for different tastes, and they go like, what blend of what do we want to make this specific type of spiciness or type of it's very interesting.
Yeah, they have to figure it out, and it's all different seeds. It's the soil. It's everything. So much goes into making a premium cigar.
Yeah.
Why do you smoke cigars? It's like, why do you drink wine? Why do you like whiskey?
Here's what I'll say in a cigar. So whiskey, it's the taste, right? A cigar, I think, has multiple components. I think you got the taste for sure, but then like, does it burn evenly? Yeah. Like how well is it wrapped? Right. Is it a good experience overall? Right. So if it burns evenly, if you don't have to light it a bunch, like you always talk about, I don't want to relight this thing. Yeah. That's all leads to the enjoyment of a cigar. So that's going to be the difference between me spending $12 or $15.
Exactly. And the thing with this, like this cigar right now, is smoothed out. I mean, it's not affecting my tongue the way it was at the beginning. It's really smooth right now.
So here's what they said about the band. The band can actually help keep the wrapper tight. So you keep it on there, holding it all together until you get up to it, and then you can take it off.
Yeah, I usually
heard that too.
Yeah, I mean.
But some cigars have no band. You ever go to a cigar store and they're like, we have our house blend, there's no band on it?
Well, people don't know that it's cheaper. If it doesn't have a band or a box, it's cheaper to make. It's still the same quality cigar.
Right.
Like San Latano has a small batch, one of my favorite cigars, and it has no band. So to make that band, that Rogan band, that costs money. That costs a lot of money to make those bands. That's artwork, you know. That's why like my father and Foundation. They really care about the artwork, the presentation of the cigar.
It does matter.
It does matter physically. Like when you
that
see
champagne one that we're going to smoke at some point, the 10 year.
It's the
anniversary Perdomo
10th anniversary champagne.
Yeah, and it's an accessible cigar. You can find it in a lot of places.
Pretty much everywhere.
And it's good, and it looks really good. The tan, like whatever. Yeah. By the way, guys, leave a comment and tell us, like, I'll look at them and I'll have like my employees look at them too, and Bobby will too. Like, if you think there's a cigar we should be smoking that you really like, fucking put it in there and we'll add it to the fucking queue.
We'll add it to the queue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have a queue of cigars. Just don't if it's a shit cigar, we're not smoking.
You want to take a walk through there and keep smoking?
Yeah, let's go.
That'll be fun. Leave that here. Let's walk down aisles and keep talking.
Well, yeah.
We need a topic real quick as we walk through this. Summertime?
Well, yeah, summertime's over.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
I mean, these plants are going to be gone.
These plants are going to be gone.
All this whole field's going to be gone.
Yeah, Nick was trying to get us down here for a long time.
Yeah, he was trying to get us down here for a while. I'm glad we finally made it.
Yeah. He was like, guys, if you wait too long, they'll all be fucking dead.
Yeah, and we made it just in time. This is actually the last patch of tobacco here.
I didn't know that it took 3 years after you pick this shit until you could smoke it.
It takes 2 to 3 years. Maybe sometimes it depends, you know. But yeah, I mean, look at how beautiful this is.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
You know what everybody said during the pandemic? Like, I want to be I could be a farmer. And what they meant by that is all these millennials did it, and these Gen Zers and these fucking rich whites.
Yeah.
What they meant was, I want to live at a farm while slaves took care of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to bash in a fucking.
Yeah, nobody really. People own farms. They work hard, but not as hard as the workers.
No, not as hard as the
those
workers.
guys over there.
No benefits.
No.
All they get is a fucking fake green card in return.
Yeah, it's not like Google where you go to the cafeteria and everything's free.
Yeah, pinball. All you can play pinball.
Yeah, they have couscous, fucking Greek yogurt. I mean, we saw them taking their lunch break like on a fucking bale of hay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this farm work, I mean.
This is really cool to see how it's all made.
It is. It's beautiful. I mean, you can't get more peaceful than this.
Yeah.
Half of me, though, think about this. If you could work on a farm,
Yeah.
if you could just call it quit, but you could make money.
Yeah.
And you could work on a farm. It would be, I mean, there's nothing like manual labor. There's nothing like getting up early, working. And there's not, you know what's the best to me? Feeling physically tired at the end of the day.
Being worn out from hard work.
Being worn out.
Instead of being worn out from being on your phone for 8 straight hours, and you're like,
yeah, like traveling,
groggy.
the gig, get back to your hotel room. You're just like, oh, thank God, it's all over. The show went well. People showed up. It's all over. I can go home now. But when you work your ass off all day,
Yeah.
you go in around 5 o'clock, you have dinner, you're wiped. There's no better sleep.
no better sleep.
You go to bed, there's
You
nothing
barely
on
keep your
mind.
eyes open. You're just out.
Yeah, you're not worried about fucking how many people liked your stupid video.
So I love kids when they can just they go till there's 0 left in them, and then they're just out. You can carry them. And just like,
Yeah, that was great up in the tiny house this summer as Max was in camp all day.
yeah.
But it wasn't camp like city camp, where they're in a fucking park
Yeah.
and they're just fucking doing stupid shit. He was. If you wet the cigar, I'll fight you.
Fair.
I'll tackle you. He was hiking, archery, camping.
That is very cool.
kayaking. He came home at night, dude, out,
Really?
wiped, just gone.
That's great.
Yeah.
To be that worn out. Can I grab one of these off there?
What do you mean? No.
You don't think so?
What do you mean? You're gonna take one?
Yeah, let's show it to the camera.
I mean,
There seems like I have a billion.
yeah, but I mean, you.
I feel like he'd say yes.
I mean, look, I get nervous. You're that guy. So I'm gonna leave it up to you.
I think he'd be fine with it.
Do you stop right here?
Okay.
Do you guys think he should rip a stalk off of this?
But I mean, keep in mind how many stalks there are and how many fucking each stalk on each fucking plant.
What if that kills that plant?
What if that kills that plant? No, because he showed us that it doesn't. I'm going to do one off the bottom.
Pussy.
I'll do one off the top.
You're a pussy.
I'll do it off the top now.
You're gonna do it. Oh my God! Why would you do that?
This is what's going to be the wrapper of your cigar. So none of this goes in the inside, you're saying?
No, I think some of it does. It depends on these plants, though. Like each field is different,
Right.
so it depends. Like there's the bottom. That's the
So
top.
hot out here.
That's the top.
Can you imagine being a king in like the fucking Egypt era where some guy's job, and it was a good job.
Yeah.
You could be building pyramids or you could be the waver guy.
Yeah, he fanned you off and then gave you a massage and then fucking sucked your balls.
Do you think, it's right. Do you think you could take that fan home to your family at night? Like it's your fan for the king, or do you have to leave it at work?
You have to leave it at work. You can't take a fan home.
No, but you bring it back the next day. You're the fan
Yeah,
guy.
what if they catch you fanning your father off after a hard day of being a slave at the pyramid?
I'm saying I'd be one of the best slave owners. I would go fan your father off, do your job right. If you don't, I'm going to hang you.
That's not a good slave owner. They'll take advantage of you.
Maybe you're right.
You got to be hard.
You
Can't be a fucking a lackadaisical nice slave owner. Either you're a slave owner or you're not.
What are you going to be? The fucking head on the stake every night? Like
I'll be
Auschwitz?
the guy. I'll be the guy.
Hard work will set you free?
I'll be the guy that crucifies people.
Oof, just straight up.
I'll be just a worker, does what he's told, gets the job done. But I get the nails in nice. Like I don't hurt. Like I know how to put the nails in your feet and your hands where it hurts the least.
You'd be like, hey, sorry about this.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, can I get Bobby to do my crucifixion?
Yeah.
Because he knows how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is fucking cool.
Well, we got to wrap this
We
up.
got to get back to New York.
We got to get back. We get shows. I got a show.
If you're lucky enough to get on the Joe Rogan podcast, it's called the Joe Rogan Experience. Joe, you're about to get that Ari Shaffir bump, that 2 Comics, 2 Cigars bump. Everybody check out his podcast. It's on Spotify now.
Joe Rogan.
One day he'll get to iTunes, but right now he's just on Spotify. And you can get yourself one of these, and I'd say ask Joe, can I take one of these to go? And actually, that'll bring us to the final segment of our podcast. We can walk forward.
Yep.
DeRosa had a good idea. He said you should call it something. This section, the boxing or I forget what he said. He had a title for it. The rundown of what you should get. So as you know, if you've seen this podcast before, we do. Would you like to get one of these? Would you get no more of these ever? I don't like it.
We don't even know if we're in the shot right now.
We're in the shot.
Okay.
50%.
But if we're not, you can hear us.
Yeah. That's a great point.
The end of the podcast, like we said, it can be any two comics. It doesn't have to be us, but it is us.
It's a good moment to say this. Any two comics. Smoke a cigar, at least one camera angle. Try to get 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Clap before you do it so we can match up the sound or whatever. And just send it in and we'll put it up on Two Comics, Two Cigars. It doesn't have to be us. And most of the time, hopefully, will not be one of us.
Hopefully, but I like doing it.
Yeah,
so
I know. We'll still
is.
do plenty.
Yeah, we'll do the good ones.
You might be like, I hate Ari, the Ari episodes. Great.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty to skip for you.
If you're a cigar company, we'll do those.
Yeah. We'll do those. Yeah.
We'll do the
We're
important
not going to leave
ones.
those to Sagalo.
Yes, yeah. It's not going to be Sagalo and Feeney doing
idiots.
fucking
Dork
Monte
idiots.
Cristos down in Cuba. But yeah, you have to be a comic though. You can't be a
Two
guitar
comics,
player.
2 cigars.
Yeah, John Mayer's not doing this.
He's not allowed to do it. So it comes to the time where we have to say, would you buy no more of these? Would you buy another one if you happen to see it at a store?
0, 1,
5.
5.
Meaning like, I'm going to get a few of these so if a friend comes over, I'll have one ready for him and I'll have one for myself just so I have. Or
a box.
a box. And I think we both know the answer to this one.
I think everybody knows the answer to this. But the sad part about the answer to this is
What? You can't get it.
we're the only ones that can buy the box.
A box. You can get a very, very similar blend, the Tabernacle. And these are also, he said, hard to find.
Hard to find, but yes, I would do a box. This
I would
is
do
definitely a box.
They're so good. I got a box. And now we got another box.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah. Made in Nicaragua.
I think,
made here.
I think we do this. You ready?
Yeah.
To one of you lucky fans out there,
I don't agree with this before he says it. I want to hear it before he says it. Go ahead.
but you already don't agree with it.
I think I know where you're going, and no, I don't agree with it. But go ahead.
Why? One of you lucky fans out there, one of you randomly, you leave a comment, you subscribe, you like, you tell us why you should have one of these.
One of them.
One fan, one cigar.
You got to give him 2.
What? We'll give him one of those and one of those.
No, you got to have him be able to smoke with a friend. Half
right.
the joy
You're right,
of this,
you're right,
of this
you're right.
not podcast, this web series,
Yes.
is that you can smoke along with us.
You're right.
So he's got to have one to smoke with a friend.
This is why we do this together. 'Cause we
I thought you were going to say give him a box. I'm like, fuck that.
No.
Fuck that guy.
Good fucking any of these fucking assholes a
Yeah,
box. What are you
they're
out of your mind?
animals. They're animals.
Yeah, we're not giving you a box. You're out of your mind. We'll give them 2.
We'll give him 2. I'll send you one. If you're in New York,
we'll
come meet me at the stand.
We'll send you 2. We'll pick randomly in the comments. We won't do it. We'll have a slave do it.
Tell us why you deserve 2 Rogans
2 Rogans. And that's how you get
from
it.
Foundation Cigars.
Foundation
The
Cigars.
greatest cigar that you cannot find. For sure, I'd buy a box.
I would definitely I would smoke these every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking beautiful.
You know what advice you gave me when I got my humidor? You were like, I'm trying to fit it all into
Quick
300
comedy?
count.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. What was the advice? I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You know, I think about it already.
I know. Listen, I'm kidding. You're one of the funniest people I know.
Let me suck a dick.
Yeah, suck that. Suck it. What does it taste like?
Seaweed
Well,
chips.
Would you buy a box of that?
I'd buy a box of that on unboxing.
Seaweed chips. We had seaweed chips. You don't like them?
They're fucking gross. Yeah, all right. Tell us why you deserve it, and we'll send you 2. That seems fair. That seems
nice.
fair. That's a nice giveaway.
Give a little back.
Give a little back to the
The
community.
support. I mean, the show's getting. They love it.
I love it. Tell some friends about it, and I don't know. So, all right, let's get back to New York. Get back to your first show.
We're gonna get back there. We got some extra. We'll have some stuff we're putting up with this. So we hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh
And,
yeah, when we well, it'll be out there already.
Yeah.
All that stuff was filmed here at the that you saw in the lay-ins. It was filmed here at the Foundation Cigars farm.
Yeah.
It's-
In Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
In the United States of America.
Bringing back the Connecticut leaf. It was a big thing, and then it just died out. And this guy Nick was like, no. He traveled all over the world. He's a cool guy.
And
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey,
The
these
farmer.
are his farms.
Yeah.
So Nick works with Jeff with these farms. This is their crop, tobacco in America.
It's cool to see where it comes from.
It really does, man.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys on the next episode.
2 Comics, 2 Cigars. Look in the bottom. We'll show you what we're smoking next time, so you can go out and get ready for it. And till next time.
I love you.
Love you too.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry,
Thanks,
I burnt you
Rogan.
on that. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks for being so famous.
Thanks, St.
that
Rogies.
They made a cigar.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for fucking losing all your anonymity and being unable to go outside without getting bothered.
Yeah.
For this moment, I
Joe,
appreciate it.
Thanks for all your hard work and determination. 2 lazy assholes like us can be in the field doing the show.
If there's anything I could ask for you, is to have a tailor make your coattails a little longer so that we can all grab a hold of it.
Hold on tight. I'll see you next time.
You know, this blend, and then sure enough, when he started smoking them, it was...
He's like, I like this, and then you start making a wrapper.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I knew that blend would probably suit him.
Dude.
Pictures
This
too.
is the glory.